Today, we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of living in Malaysia, more specifically in 2025. Link to the original videos down in the description below. If you like the commentary and discussions that you hear on my channel, consider subscribing. Without further ado, let's jump into it.
So, you're thinking of moving to Malaysia in 2025. Maybe you saw a few YouTube videos. Maybe you Googled best places to live in Asia while you were eating your spicy ramen noodles and crying tears of sadness.
Whoa, escalated fast.
And now you're here watching me. After spending a considerable amount of time in Malaysia, I'm gonna break it down: the good, the bad, and the weird things that nobody tells you
Dang, look how dense that is.
about until it's too late and you've already signed that
That's a beautiful, those are some nice skyscrapers. There's a good variety of them.
12-month lease next to the karaoke bar. We always talk about, oh, is this place cheap? Is that place cheap? But what matters to me more is the price to quality ratio. And Malaysia is really unmatched anywhere in the world at the moment. So it's incredibly affordable, but what you get, the quality that you get for the price, is what makes it stand out. I don't think there's anywhere that
See the butt marks on the sauna? I mean, I obviously you're gonna see those, but it's just funny that when he walks in, it's still pretty fresh. There was some booty cheeks that were there. But yes, he is absolutely right. I think, but the thing is, I think that's just a good mentality to have, is price to quality. It's just too easy sometimes to pay more when you technically shouldn't have or didn't need to. So, I just think it's price to quality is a great way to live and balance your own finances. At least I don't know. I don't even want to go that deep into like what's quality and all that, because the mentality of itself, I think, is it's just worth having anyway.
scores better on this ratio at the moment. You can eat out every day. There's delicious food. You can rent a seriously nice condo in the suburbs for $500 a month with everything included.
That's not bad. That's actually really good.
The pool, the badminton court. You can take up badminton. They might have a giant chess board there. For the price of a tuna sandwich in Dublin Airport, you can have a 3-course dinner with your friends on a night out in Malaysia.
Oh my goodness, and all that food looks fantastic. One of the things though, it's like, I don't know if I can eat out every day though. I feel like I would want to cook for myself. And I don't know. I don't know how people can eat out every day. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's something I gotta like. I just don't understand because I haven't been like living in other countries for a long period of time. But maybe it's much easier to do that than I expect. Let me know in the comments for those who are tourists or digital nomads that have lived somewhere else. But even if you're local, like let me know what you think. Is it easy? Is it easy for you to eat out every day?
But be careful, Malaysia is so comfortable that you could easily overspend by ordering food directly to your house, even if the restaurant is downstairs. I have done that. I'm ashamed to say I've done that. A lot of us, especially Europeans, we love to think that we're the pinnacle of high quality living, but I think people would get a big surprise if they went to Malaysia and saw the quality. You have a lot of options in Malaysia, so choose wisely. Guys, the Move to Asia cheat sheet in the box below.
I just think it's one of those things where, like, even in America, sometimes the best example I give is like, take American cars, for example. Some of the best American cars, a lot of people don't own because they just have a bunch of unnecessary technology in them, and it just drives the price up for no reason. So I kind of see America that way, where like there's a lot of bells and whistles on things that 99% of people don't really want or care for. So they just, either pay it because that's the only option, or they just don't engage with it at all. So I think you'll start to learn about how much unnecessary things there are around you once you see the different, like, at least for me, like as an American learning about the world, it's like, man, there's so many things we really don't need that we have. for no reason.
Quick overview of all the countries in Asia. Check it out and see which one suits you.
English quality.
Everyone speaks English, kind of. Okay, this is massively underrated, and a lot of people I think don't know this, but Malaysian people are fluent in English. You can really communicate, you can have a lot of fun. They're very funny
That's awesome.
people. You can actually read the signs and know where you're going. You can
Is English taught like in like a primary school or in like a secondary school? Like what's the journey to learning English in Malaysia?
go to the doctor and not make crazy hand signals to explain what's wrong with you. It's not like charades, but you'll have to pick up a few words of Malay slang and get used to hearing la at the end of every sentence. That's cool, la. Malaysia is kind of like if the UK, Singapore, and a big bag of turmeric had a baby. That is the most scientific explanation I could come up with.
Okay. Cuisine quality. All right, here we go. This is where I want to hear. This is where I come in, baby. Let's see what they got to say.
Pro number 3, it's multicultural, and with that comes incredible food.
Oh, look at all that.
Malaysia is a foodie's paradise. You have Chinese food, Indian food, Malay food, a fusion of all of them.
I'll be honest, like I said before, I love learning. But when I go visit some of these countries, I'm just telling you right now, the wine and the food is where it's going to get me going. Okay. I already told y'all this. You start talking about food in the comments, you're speaking my language. Screw English. Let's talk food.
And some weird durian stuff. You really get to live in a country that feels like 3 countries at
Which brings me to the point. If there's one dish that I had to try as soon as I get there, okay, all right, only one. Don't give me a whole list. If I had to get there and the first dish I should go out and try to get, what should it be? Again, only one. Let me know in the comments because you know I read them. This is a question for you guys. Okay, only one. Don't give me 10, 15 of them. Just you have to commit to one. If what's the dish that I got to race to go get?
once. You'll see a mosque, a Hindu temple, a giant mall that looks like it should be in Las Vegas, all in the same street. Malaysia is like an...
Wait, does Malaysia have a mega mall? I'm assuming so, right? But which is funny because it's like it felt like the U.S. stopped building mega malls and then everywhere else in the world got them, and it's like, man, what happened? Well, actually, I know why. Because in America, like malls and stores get like looted all the time, so we can't have nice things. We can't have a nice mega mall. So
all-you-can-eat buffet in Southeast Asia. You have a lot of options here. The curry is spicy.
I love spicy food. I'm not gonna like make fun of people who don't like spicy, but I am definitely a fan of spicy. I'm gonna always choose that over not spicy.
The guy next to you in Starbucks will be debating cryptocurrency in 3 different languages. That's actually true. You'll meet people in Malaysia that can speak 7 languages fluently. I can barely speak 1. Just a word of warning, the Malay people are incredibly proud of their food, and rightfully so, but never ever say anything bad about it if you want to keep your head.
I mean, it's just about being a good guest. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to look into that too deep because, I mean, let's be honest. If you just don't like it, just don't say nothing. Just don't order it again. It's that simple. Accessibility.
Okay,
Ooh, what does that mean?
4.
What does that mean?
It's relatively easy to enter, and there are some options to stay long term. Now, you hear a lot of people say, oh, they only have the expensive visa and they only have this, but it's not true. There's a few things you can do. If you qualify, definitely check out the My Second Home visa program. It's an incredibly good deal if you're willing to put the money into it. The next one is if you qualify for a digital nomad visa or the Deranto visa. For remote workers, that's not that difficult to qualify for. And if you don't qualify for any visa, you can do border runs. Every 3 months, you leave Malaysia for 3 days and then come back and get a new stamp. Now look, you don't know how long governments will allow that to go on for.
I don't know. That just doesn't seem right. I'm gonna be honest. Do people really do that often? Like I'm probably asking, and it not may not be that common, but I just feel like that's kind of crazy to even suggest, because it just doesn't seem, one, logistical. It just doesn't seem to make sense financially or time wise. But also, it's just like you open yourself up for so much troubles. Like, I don't know. That just seems weird. Maybe it's more common than I think it is. Right? Maybe I'm just not in the right mindset to see why people would do it. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. I mean, you guys live there, so you or know more about this than I do. So,
But that's what people have been doing, and that's what is working at the moment.
but that's what he's saying. But like, is it just the people that he knows, or is this really actually that common? Because that just seems kind of crazy.
There's some people there been doing border runs since the dot-com bubble. So it's there if you want to do it.
I don't know. Is he exaggerating? Somebody tell me the truth. Stability.
Okay, the last pro. It's very safe, it's very stable, and the people are very chill, very chilled out people. There's no real political chaos that you have to worry about. There's not too many visa crackdowns only on illegal migrants. And no one's gonna ask
Which that's everywhere in the world. So is that even like something to consider, I guess?
you, why are you still in Starbucks at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday night? No one ever asked me. I wish they asked me that. It's Asia, but maybe the rules make a little bit more sense. I got totally lost one night at 1 a.m. in the morning after going for noodles with my friends. I was walking back, the police came up to me and said, "What are you doing?" I explained the scenario and they brought me back to the condo. I thought I was in trouble, but no, it was very good.
Interesting. Is that because he went to like a part of the city that's dangerous and they're like, "Oh yeah, this guy's clearly going the wrong way"? Or was he like wandering in an area that he like is like a restricted area? I wonder if I want more context to that, cuz like, not saying that he's lying, but I think it's important to know if there's like a certain law, a certain attitude, um, that is something to consider. Because I always want to be a good guest wherever I go. So, and if you knew this channel, by the way, I love asking questions because I sometimes there's no other way to learn than to hear from you all directly. And I think this is one of these things where I feel like there's more context. Maybe there isn't. Maybe I'm just reading too deep into it, but I just feel like um there's more information that needs to be here. Maybe.
Thank you to the Malaysian police force.
Con dating. Uh-oh.
Okay, let's spice things up a bit. The cons. Number one, you may have heard this before, but the dating scene is kind of not good. Sorry, guys. You may come here and think you're going to live an episode of Sex in the City.
No, I don't think that ever. Look, I'll be honest. Like I said, I'm not a fan of passport bros. We've made fun of them on this channel. Again, I'm a tourist, so yeah, I don't know. We'll hear him out though.
But really, it's a lot different to that. It's a good show, but you're gonna realize that dating in Malaysia is like trying to use Instagram with a Nokia 3310. It's just not that efficient. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's definitely possible and some have a great time, but be prepared. It's very slow. Cultural and religious expectations make it a bit more difficult for people to navigate. And if you're like me, over 30, not Malay, then your Tinder profile is just gonna have girls with yoga mats and daddy issues.
Wait, what? Is that okay? Is that accurate? I mean, obviously he's joking a little bit, but is there some truth to that? Y'all be honest with yourselves. Don't lie to me. Be out, ladies over there. Is it really be like that? Let me find out y'all like that over there. Just kidding. I don't know. I mean, I figured it's gonna be hard regardless. If you're from another country, it's gonna be hard. It just makes sense. it can't be that easy because then everyone would do it, right? So
I matched with a girl once that said all she was interested in was chicken and rice. We're made for each other. Now,
yeah,
look, I find dating difficult in every country, but Malaysia was particularly slow.
hot and sticky temperature
When
weather.
they designed Malaysia, they only set two temperatures, hot and damn hot with rain. You will sweat in places that you didn't even know existed. And on a good day, you might go through 3 t-shirts easily. You need a t-shirt just to get from your apartment to the taxi. Then you have to change. Look, that may be an exaggeration, but be prepared. It's humid and sticky. But one thing I tell you is Asia, Malaysia and Asia in the wet season, people don't tend to come here and they tend to think it's bad, but
For this rain, so one of the things that I learned that in the Philippines, when it rains, it's always best to take a rinse afterwards when you get rained on, because of either the water being dirty or just, I think it's pretty much because of the water, the rainwater sometimes is dirty. So you got to wash yourself so you don't get sick. Do y'all do the same thing over here?
the wet season is actually nice. The temperature is lower. The showers are kind of soothing. I feel relaxed when I sit in the cafe and there's a storm outside. I love the rainy season, so don't be.
I love the rain. I live in Seattle. It rains a lot over here. So to me, this is not that crazy. Like, even if it was like super crazy rain, I'm a fan of the rain. I think for me, I just love the sound, and I don't know. I can go on about rain, but I've always been a fan of it.
Put off by that. Some would say, including myself, that the rainy season is the best time to be in Malaysia or in Asia in general.
Interesting.
Con number 3, it's sometimes difficult to break into social circles, not only for foreigners and locals as well. Malaysians are polite, they have a great sense of humor, and they're very welcoming people. It can be tough to crack a social circle and make a deeper connection, especially if you've just arrived or you're not yet settled in. Then you might feel lonely for a while.
But that's like what I don't know. I just feel like you got to be fair in saying that. Like, you're a whole new guest in a country to expect that you're gonna get for everything to be exactly the same as it was before is it just seems unrealistic, and you're setting yourself up for disappointment. But also, it's like, to also be fair, if you're someone over 30 and you're some passport bro going over there trying to, hit on the ladies, like, that's not going to work either. I think I hear what he's saying and I kind of understand it. But I also know that as somebody who's covered passport bros quite a bit on this channel, sometimes that information is entirely based on people who go only to other countries to date. And that's just not a fair way to assess things. So, let me know in the comments. Is this that case? Is that a case of this? Or is this a case of that? Or is he really being truthful and like accurate in the sense that maybe Malaysians just don't really like to fully engage with foreigners?
Now, it's 50-50. Some groups, you might be friends with one person and they won't invite you with the rest of the group. So you'll know you're not in that group, even if you have a good relationship with one person. Other times you'll make friends with a person and they will invite you into their group. So it's 50-50, but I notice that, people notice that, even Malay people have told me that sometimes it's difficult. But a great way to make friends is go to the gym or join a class. Or you could even start a YouTube channel and pretend you have friends.
Is that what I am? Damn, he called me out directly, y'all. I can't help it.
Why are you looking at me?
Mall culture.
Okay, con number 4. This could be a pro or a con depending on you, but the malls will swallow your soul. Every major city in Malaysia has more malls than people. It's very convenient, but kind of surreal at the same time. Why meet at the park and go for a walk when you can go to level 5 of One Utama and sit down there and watch the world go by? To be fair, the malls are incredible. Some of them are the size of airports. You won't believe.
I miss malls. Ever since a lot of them in the US started shutting down because of online like Amazon and stuff like that. I miss going to malls. And maybe I don't see this as a negative or a positive. That's why when I was asking about mega malls, like I actually like going to mega malls. One, because you get to see stuff that may not be at like a regular store or mall, sure. But also you get your steps in, you get a nice walk, and it gives you, I just like looking at things sometimes, It's just like I'm not against them, but I'm also not like, oh, I gotta go to my way to see it. But like I think it's actually a good thing to have malls. Whereas like in the US, we have places that used to have malls there, and now it's just a giant parking lot.
The luxurious shops that you can see there. And they don't let me in, but I look from the outside.
Quietish?
Number 5. Con number 5. This again kind of depends on your personality, but Malaysia is definitely not as wild as Thailand or Vietnam. Some people will be bored there. Malaysia is chill, very clean, safe. But if you're looking for that chaotic Southeast Asia, what the hell is going on?
You just say party vibe, bro. Just say like if you're looking for like you're out at Vegas, trying to party, let's just say that. I prefer the chill vibe. So this actually sounds like a pro to me, to be honest.
Buzz, then it's definitely not in Malaysia. You're not going to see a buffalo riding on the back of a scooter, or will you hear about a local rave at the temple? But your internet's going to work well, and your chicken will definitely come with rice. There's no mystery to it. Okay, quick recap of Malaysia. Malaysia's perfect if you want affordability. The price to quality ratio is unbeatable. English speaking, incredible food and diverse culture, and mostly comfort with a dash of Asian chaos. If you're looking for a wild dating life, then I'd probably avoid it. If the heat and humidity bothers you, might be difficult, but they have air conditioning, thanks to the gods of electricity.
Oh, that's actually really good. The Philippines, I think. What is it? The Philippines that we were talking about? A lot of places don't have well, they probably have air conditioning now, but even in Seattle, where I live, there's quite a few places that don't have AC because it rains all year, so you don't really need it. But yeah. I mean, this isn't a crazy list. I mean, this seems kind of like there are some things I'm a little skeptical on, but it doesn't seem like that dramatic. It actually, a lot of the pros and cons are very reasonable. At least for me, at least in my opinion.
Thank you. And if you're lazy and don't make an effort, you could get socially isolated. You have to put yourself out there. But maybe that goes for everywhere. Malaysia does not get as much love as its neighbor Thailand or Vietnam for that matter. And it's still criminally underrated.
Is it though? Is it? I hear a lot about Malaysia online. I see that name quite a bit. So maybe I just don't understand if Malaysia is severely underrated.
If you want to escape the rat race, live really well without sacrificing any quality of life or convenience, I think Malaysia is the place that will suit 90% of people. If you're serious about making the move, you don't have to wing it. The Move to Asia Blueprint has everything you need to know about relocating.
Oh, now he's pitching a class. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Yeah, I mean, is Malaysia actually really underrated? I actually want to know. Love you guys. Check out the next one. Bye-bye. This video is brought to you actually by viewers like you. Thank you so much for subscribing and being part of my journey and allowing me to be a part of yours. Let's create new memories this 2025 on our road to 1 million subscribers. And with all that jazz out of the way, I just want to say thank you so much. I love y'all and enjoy the video.